Happy Tuesday, everyone. So for the first time, I actually remember this daily fact happening in my real life. In 2010, Haiti severely damaged by earthquake. And there's more details, but that's the gist of it. That's something I actually remember because I've been going way back before anyone's time for these daily facts. So there's the most recent one. And I can't help but notice we're playing as Lazarus, and I haven't seen a single tainted character. I don't know why I waited in that room to pop that. But why aren't there any tainted characters on dailies? Like, actually? I'm just trying to think. Like, that's literally just, missed opportunity to have variety so people actually play these. But the cool thing about these dailies is I'm actually seeing people commenting about, like, oh, this was such a good one. Oh, you should have gone and re-rolled that in Basement 2. You should have re-rolled fucking Rock Bottom in the Secret Room. You would have gotten Sacred Heart. And it's like, okay, but why did you re-roll Rock Bottom, though? That early on? Like, I get that it might have been better, but, why? How did you come to that conclusion? But to be fair, you can practice these daily runs. I don't know who practices them. I just kind of assumed most people go in blind. I don't know why, but there's no reason why you can't practice that one daily for literally hours and guarantee yourself, you know, the top like maybe 3 spots on it. That's definitely extra. I wouldn't be opposed to doing that for just maybe a particularly good daily. Oh my god, day 69. Day 69. I need number 1 spot on day 69. And if I continue to day 100, day 420, I need that spot as well. God damn. So we're playing Lazarus. Am I going to die on purpose to get Lazarus rags? Not sure. I think I should. And I think I will, actually. Because I don't always do that. But just to, you know, guarantee myself some damage early on is going to be a good idea, considering I'm actually going for a good score. Because most of the time, it's like, I'll keep that as precautionary. But, like, if I end up dying, that's really stupid of me. I should have played a little better. Also, has anyone thought about how Luck Toe looks like one of Widow's feet? I don't know how I haven't mentioned that by now. I don't think I've mentioned that at all on this channel, but I've always thought that. One of Widow's toes look like that. Not the Luck feet, Luck foots. Luck Toe. Luck Toe! There we go. It literally looks like they came off of Widow. Who do you think Widow's husband was? Another spider? Because clearly Widow's a widow. Anyway, I'm talking about stupid shit now. Marbles, what do you got for me? Anything? Well, actually, this is going to be really good. Because I want to kill myself. Damage penalty. Would that work in the self-sacrifice? No, the curse room. I assume damage penalties are irrelevant. When this, because I think this is technically classified as self-damage. So here, we don't want to do it again, though, because we don't want to have to fucking die in there. Okay. Epicness. So we actually, with the iframes, we could have made it out. I hate myself. Even if I'm still alive, that was so fucking dumb. And we didn't gulp, that's annoying. Just literally irrelevant, the fact that we, went to that self-sacrifice room now. Pretty much irrelevant. Damn, maybe. I guess I could have waited till this floor to sacrifice in case there was another curse room or something right there. But in my defense, I wanted to use marbles effectively. So hello everybody, how's your Tuesday going? Mine is going good so far. I don't know what I was waiting for that one. I woke up early today. Dude, okay, so here's the thing. Here's the thingy. It's no secret. I don't keep this a secret. My back, well, it's not even my back. It's usually my neck. My neck usually hurts after being in this chair for so fucking long. And I was talking to my friend the other day who literally is always in a chair probably longer than me. Actually, probably not because he works. He gets up and works. But he used to be in a chair probably way longer than I ever have been. Just chair all day. And we were in a Discord call when it was late. It's like, God damn, I want to get off my back. Just hurts. And he was like, do you not like have good posture? And I was like, most of the time I do. But like, I don't know. It just always hurts. And then I realized, you know what? Maybe my posture isn't as good as it could be. And to be honest, I don't think my posture... I don't even mind metronome, but I want consumables right now. My posture is honestly pretty decent most of the time. But it's really not as good as it could be. And I'm not even kidding when I'm saying that makes the difference with how my neck feels. So basically, this is the lowdown. My neck will hurt, sometimes in the back too, but mostly my neck, and I'll get headaches and stuff, and it's just so fucking obnoxious, because it makes it so I can't work as long as I want to. Because I'll be like motivated, and then it's like, oh no, my back, it hurts, or my neck, it hurts is usually what it is, mostly. But the other day, by the other day I mean yesterday, I was like, you know what? Let me force, sure, just because it was golden. Let me force the best posture I can the entire day, and I did that, and I realized that my posture actually wasn't even that good for the entire time up until yesterday. So my neck, oh my god, my neck felt fine. I had no headaches. Neck was perfect yesterday. My back, on the other hand, I think it hurt more than my neck almost ever has, which is as unfortunate as it sounds. We'll leave that there because we want to go back for curse room, I think. So you might as well backtrack later anyway to save time. It's obviously not worth it. We can't even do it anyway. What am I talking about? But the thing is, that's still healthier for your body. And in time, once my back gets used to being straight, that was bad damage. Once you get used to being straight, we'll be in business with a much healthier back, much healthier neck, less headaches. So this is an initial hurdle we have to get through. And to be fair, I was trying to get good posture when I was working. One time, I went on like a weak kick, and we do go over this because we have Guppy's tail. We say goodbye though. There's like this weak kick where I really wanted to get my posture good, so I was standing straight. And the only reason standing up straight the entire day, I did that very well, to be honest. Like, no jokes aside, I did that fantastic. But guess what happens? Every single time I would go down and sit in my car, my brakes, I would literally feel like an old man. I'd be like, oh, like it hurt that bad. Because like it hurts right now, well, not right now, but in general, you know, sitting in the fucking chair, it hurts doing that all day. But like standing up and doing it is actually a whole different fucking story. To be honest, it's not even comparable, actually, to how I was in the chair. Where am I going, by the way? Oh, I'm going to Satan. Okay, I didn't even look at that till now. Yeah, let's peep the shop. I don't know what we really want, but I'll peep it. I do want that candle. We can't do much about this, however. Lame sauce. Yeah, I'm keeping Golden Conquest because it's golden. Plus Penny might be better. I don't care. Did I take that soul heart at one point? I must have. I don't even recall it. But it's probably because I sacked it in the fucking curse room. Okay, let's move on, and hopefully we get some good devil deals. Because you know what? Sacrificing angel deals, it is a big deal. It's a big deal. Oh, and guess how I even started getting headaches in the first place? Because literally, my entire life up until this day I'm about to talk about, I've gotten headaches so very few times in my life. I would go on record in saying I never got headaches unless it was so few times. I don't know what I was about to say there. I'm going on record saying I barely ever got headaches, okay? And when I say barely, I literally can't recall a time. If you said I never got a headache until the age of like the age I'm about to talk about, I'd somehow believe you, just because I can't think of a single time. It was work. This was pretty much around the same time. This is actually after I was trying to get good posture, and I've given up because my back would just hurt so fucking bad. No one was at work, and my old work, I could do a whole fucking video where I just talk about my work, to be honest. But my work, literally, no one took seriously, including the boss. I don't know how much you admit it, but he knows it's true. And the thing is, we were all literally the same age. There's two of them that were a year older than me, and my boss was the same age as me. No one gave a fuck about quite literally anything, except for just once in a while, some of us would go on kicks where we want to do good, and we try to get our numbers up. But for the most part, we just fucked around. What hit me? And that's just because we could. It is the short story. We were not managed well. We didn't need to try. We could pretty much show up, get a paycheck, and it was chill. So, we leave Brown Nugget behind also. Okay, so yeah, for 2 days in a row, I was left all alone. And there's quite literally nothing to do. If there's no customers, there's nothing to do. So, I was fucking bored out of my mind. I decided to not take it seriously. And, because, why would I? And so, I was standing at a table where I am really supposed to be at, unless there's a customer. You can be if you know you're doing something, but there's nothing to be done really. So I was standing at the computer. Phone is on the table. My neck is looked down at that phone the entire time, 90% of the time at the very least. For the little I had a customer, I was off that phone, of course. But because you know, when I do have a customer, I am a good boy. But it's just when there's no customer, I have no obligation to do literally anything, as far as I can tell. And that's not me with every job. That's me with this goddamn garbage job that was actually a joke. Like that. Okay, I can tell you how much of a joke that was in a minute. But I was literally looking down at that phone the entire goddamn time. Since that day, I have gotten headaches if I don't treat my neck properly. So if I'm hunched over for too long, if I'm this or that, I literally just get headaches. And I swear to God, if I didn't do it that day, my neck would be so much better in this chair right now. It's essentially as if I got an injury. As if I got a fucking injury. Like, as if I fucking broke my neck for a day or a day. Just because I was looking down at a fucking table for 8 hours a day almost. 2 days in a row. Like, do I deserve it? Yeah. You know what? I do deserve it. But that's so fucking unfortunate. I didn't think it could happen, like, that easily. I thought, like, over time, like, I don't know, either, you know, I get an injury, or over time, my fucking neck is, I'm like, starting to hurt more because, you know, I'm getting older or whatever. I didn't think it, I literally unlocked headaches. I actually unlocked headaches, is what I like to say. And I think it's true. I don't even think I'm, like, lying. That's speed. No, tears. Wow, okay. Oh my, by the way, thank God. Literally, thank God I died with Lazrags, because look at what stats we would have if we didn't. Mostly base stats. Oh, come on. That was so annoying. So, I don't know. If I had to say a day I regret the most in the past couple of years, it's... I hate that. Literally that day. It's literally that day. Because I unlocked headaches. Sometimes my back would hurt normally, but that's with everyone. So it was... I don't know, dude. Literally, I can't help but think how much easier YouTube would be if I didn't unlock headaches that one fucking day. It's actually that bad. It's actually that bad. Oh my god. So okay, let me tell you how much of a I don't know, I'll take it. Now it would be speed. I hope it would be speed. Now let me go back actually in time to wait to take lard till now to get a speed up. Oh, I literally want to end my life with that one. Okay. Wishbone, you want to proc on this donation machine if you even can proc on the blood donor machine? I don't know. I'm trying to gulp it, of course. I was trying to gulp the trinket earlier as well. So okay, this is why this job is a joke. It was a Canadian company, and I live in the U.S., which is not why it's a joke. Oh my god, I hate this right now. I hate myself right now. But since it was a Canadian company, there was a lot of like, I guess I don't know how to put it besides saying there's a lot of weird stuff that didn't translate from country to country. I'm trying to think of an example. Oh, like I don't know, there's a lot of like, oh, Canadians, they do it this way, so we also have to do it this way. Like, as far as breaks go, no, it's as far as days off go and stuff like that. I can't give you specifics, but I was like, okay, you can only get this much time off. You only get these vacation days, because that's what Canada gets. And it was just worse than literally, I will say, it is worse than literally any job I've ever seen as far as vacations, days, and days off go. It was bad. And I don't know if it's all Canadian fucking jobs, but it was bad for this job. And honestly, I would not be shocked at all if they just said that to shut us up. Be like, oh no, vacation days suck because Canada. I wouldn't be shocked if they said that. But okay, so this is how garbage it is past that. There's probably more examples I could probably think of. I can't recall anything else right now. But, oh, by the way, all of us quit. Literally everyone I told you in the story, we're all not even working anymore. Everyone I was working with and everyone since then. I don't know, I literally don't know what since then means. Disregard that. Ooh. So, we're all gone there. And, all of us got a letter in the mail saying, it was basically like saying, hey, the company is getting sued. We're getting sued because we didn't pay overtime properly. What floor are we on? I don't know what Fallout Caves 2 gives me. It gives me good shit, really. And, and so we were like, oh, so essentially, it was basically like, you owe a lot of people overtime money. I don't know if this applies to me. I have zero idea. I don't think I worked overtime during that time. but it was basically like they didn't pay people overtime properly. So they don't get sued. What they're going to do instead is just give everyone who worked that time like $200 or something like that. I'll take the world instead, by the way. Which is great as far as I'm concerned. Free $200, and I don't think I was penalized for not getting paid overtime around that time. I don't know who was, but I guess someone was. They just didn't pay overtime, period. During that specific time frame. I don't know. It was like I don't know what the time frame was actually. But either way, that's not good. And another example of them being garbage is, so it was a sales job, and I know it sounds silly that I say it was a sales job and I didn't try, but you know, if you knew the job, you'd be like, I get it. Maybe I'll talk about it later too. And it was so stupid because management changed at a certain point. Like someone got fired because numbers were down. Oops, my fault, kinda. We'll get into that later. What was I thinking? Oh yeah. So essentially, one day when the new managers took over, they were doing a new thing where it's like, okay, if your numbers are down, you have to go on this call every like Tuesday, or I don't know if it was Tuesday or that's just the knee-jerk reaction to say Tuesday. But either way, you had meetings you had to go to if your numbers were low. I will say, I never went to one of those meetings, okay? My numbers were good. I always made sure my numbers were good enough, to be honest. To be fair. I always made sure my numbers were good enough. Not necessarily good, but good enough. So I never went to one of those meetings, and I guess I feel proud of it. I don't even know if I give a shit anymore, to be honest. But, so it wasn't like, if your numbers are bad, like literally 1 week you're going. There was this one guy, he was #1 in the districts as far as sales. I hate that. As far as sales go for, honestly, it might have been months in a row. He was just a fucking baller. He was a baller. Guess what? Literally 1 week of his sales, not even being bad in my opinion, but just not being as where they used to be. He has to go on one of these fucking meetings, and it's just like, alright. You're kind of treating him like shit right now when he's been a fucking baller for the entire time he's worked here. I guess maybe he had a one-off week. He still had fine numbers. They're probably still better. Actually, they weren't better than mine, considering I didn't go on that meeting thing. But I don't know, dude. That was an example of like, alright, okay. And oh my god, the fucking guy they hired to replace like the district manager, he sucked. He was actually just bad. The biggest thing, I mean, in some regards, he was probably good. I don't know. But in general, he was very just hard to work with. Because he was trying to be a team player. Ooh. Essentially, what happened one time, someone got in trouble for something that they shouldn't have done. But, it wasn't, it happened at a time when the managers were changing. So basically, the guy who did something bad couldn't get in trouble because he couldn't get in trouble because when he got in trouble it was when managers were changing. So as the managers were changing, his bad thing they did, which was pretty bad as far as the job is concerned, got swept under the rug just because everything was confusing during that time. That's pretty much what happened. Maybe I dumbed it down a little bit, but just, I don't know if the paperwork got lost, if that one manager was handling it and then he got fired and then he obviously didn't handle it, so no one handled it. It was something like that. Who actually knows at this point? And it's something he should have been fired over and maybe sued over. He didn't really steal anything, but I don't want to go into detail about it. It was pretty bad. He didn't really do anything like, I don't know. He just was shitty to the company. You know what? He clocked in and didn't show up. That's what happens. For multiple days in a row. So I just want to be like, oh god. Now people are gonna be thinking like he killed a man or something. So I had to say it. I feel like it's not even a big deal. You have no idea what I'm talking about, so it doesn't even matter. So yeah, he clocked in for multiple days in a row. Just didn't show up. He got caught. They don't know how many days it was, but they probably could have figured out it was multiple days. I don't know what would have happened if he would have been fired for sure, but I don't know. to how bad it would have been. So yeah, and then he literally was like, because everyone knew about it, so it was pretty much just like we can talk about it. But yeah, there's no proof, so we couldn't get caught because they fucked up. And then at a certain point, it just was too long, and they didn't even know how to do it, so they gave up. So the new guy was like, they fucked up, but he spun it in the sense he was like, you know what? We're starting fresh. You know what? I'm the new guy. We want you to do well. We're gonna start fresh, and I'm just doing this for you. He acted like it was his decision. Oh my god. To completely erase all the wrongdoings that happened. And, you know, the manager, who was like our age, not the district manager, but our manager, the team lead, he literally told us everything. He's like, no, they just can't do anything about it. And then we're like, oh, so he's spinning it this way. And he was like, yeah, that's literally what's happening. And we're like, cool. I could have sacrificial altered. I would have for fun, but my bad. And then also what happened with this one guy, he he wasn't bad at first, but it was weird because we had a schedule that worked out perfectly for us, and it worked in general too. Like, you know, when sales were low, there was less people on, and it just worked best for our schedule. And he just made it so it was inconvenient for us. Like literally, just like we barely could work those days. It wasn't like overworking; it was just the wrong days we could work. Because the schedule was fine before, and he just changed it. And at first, his reason was like, it doesn't meet up with like, you know, what our protocol or whatever is, like what we're supposed to do. Why? Oh, that just already opened. Like it doesn't meet up with like how we're supposed to run this company. And then we asked our team lead. I was like, does this not line up? Because it was good for literally a year or more than that, probably. And he was like, no, when he says that, I have no idea what he's referring to. And our team lead, he knew his shit. Like, none of us were bad because we didn't know our shit. Like, we knew what was happening. We just didn't care to a certain extent. So literally, we're all just like, why are our schedules getting changed? No one could even figure out an item. This is literally the run of all active items. We'll call this one, oops, all active items. Probably not. But literally, it was just, honestly, this is going to be very good. It was just like, what is this guy actually doing? Like, no one could figure out shit. And it was just fucking weird. I don't even know if he was necessarily, unfortunate, necessarily that bad of like a leader. He just made decisions that were more nonsense. Like, if he didn't touch any of the stuff I've been talking about, and didn't act like, oh, he was trying to help us when literally they just couldn't do anything else about it. If he was just acting normally, maybe he would have been the best goddamn district manager I've ever fucking met. I don't know. But he fucking never gave us the opportunity to think that. And one time, me and one of my co-workers, without even our team lead, because we were just so angry. I mean, our team lead probably supported, to be honest. Oh, we could have done boss rush. My bad. We were just like, these schedules are actual nonsense. So we hopped in a call to try to convince him otherwise, is literally what happens. And then I was helping a customer, and we're the only two people on that day, I believe. I was literally helping a customer, and then we were supposed to have, you know, the conference at a certain time. But like every other time when there's been like a conference or a meeting we had to go to, if you're with a customer, you're literally with a customer. They're not going to tell you to get on. But because it's this new guy, he for some reason was like almost waiting for me to get off, because my coworker kept texting me saying like, hey, he really wants you on like right now. I'm like, does he not know I'm fucking helping a customer? He's like, he knows, but he wants you on now. And I'm just like, actually, what? Do I just fucking walk away in the middle of a sale? Do I just say, hey, fuck you, I have a meeting because we're complaining about our schedules? Like, what do you actually do during that? You can't leave. You literally just can't unless you're an asshole. So I was like, just tell him I'm literally with a customer. It's gonna take a while. So out of spite, when I was on the customer, I stayed an extra like 5 minutes. So and then I was like, oh yeah, the sale's great. I did get the sale. So it was like, I was like, fuck you, dude. I literally got a sale. I was like, oh, nice job. I was like, you didn't care. You literally didn't care like 10 minutes ago. But whatever. So that happened. That was pretty epically cool. But when I hop on the call, and was it Zoom? I don't even know if it was Zoom. I can't remember what we were using, but what we were using was an app that when someone joins the call, the other two people don't get like a notification sound like you would with Discord or something. I don't know if even Zoom gives that a notification call, but basically I joined and no one knew I was there for a minute because I joined in the middle of them talking. So I mean, obviously I wasn't going to interrupt. Oh, we can do that? I didn't even know that actually. So I didn't interrupt. I waited until you know, there's a moment to talk. And actually the moment I interrupt, oh, I didn't see that guy. The moment I interrupted was a moment where basically the manager had like no rebuttal, and he was talking to my coworker whose numbers weren't fantastic most of the time. They weren't necessarily bad, but they weren't like fantastic. And he was like, you know what, like, I'm hearing you, but like if your numbers were better, like I'd hear you out, like maybe if Calvin was here or something. He was literally using my absence as a way to leverage him to shut up, essentially. And when I was there, I was like, no, he can speak for me. Like, I agree with literally everything I've heard so far, and everything we've talked about. We're on the exact same page. And then he was just like, he like fumbled over his words for a second. He was like, oh, okay, I got you, yeah. Just making sure those numbers are up, you know, just trying to play it off. It was so bad. He was literally twisting anything to make him look good, to get our sales numbers. So anything, and he was never going to change our schedule, by the way. He was literally never going to change our schedule, by the way. As far as I can tell. We left before we'd even find out, really. But I really can't imagine he was going to. So, that's pretty much the majority of what he did. That was so annoying. And, yeah, man, I don't know. Like I said, he could have been the best district manager at a certain point. But he was not proving that in, like, maybe it was a month we had him on before we left. And we all left at once, by the way. We literally all left at the exact same fucking time. It was great because literally three of us got the exact same fucking job. The exact same job. And then the other person was like, well, I'm literally not staying here alone. And I didn't fucking blame him. I wouldn't have either. So we all left at the same time. And during that call, he was like, the call about when we were fixing the time, our schedule, or trying to. He was like, you know, if you ever do decide to leave, I understand change of management can be scary. Just give us a heads up because they don't want to be blindsided. And I didn't necessarily leave because him. The job was shit in general. I left because new job hated that old job. And there was 0% chance I was ever gonna leave with any warning. Like, I was never gonna leave with any warning, even with the old manager, because that job was shit, like I said. So we all left with no warning. We all just left that day. Only the team lead even said anything to anybody. The rest of us just dipped the same fucking day. It was great. It was awesome. Because fuck that job. And I'll tell you why that job was shit. So essentially, we were working inside a Walmart. We were vendors for Walmart. But we weren't actual Walmart employees. So managers couldn't tell us what to do. You know, at the end of the day, it was the thing where it's like, well, we're in their store, so we should listen to them. And I mean, we did. But here's what happened most of the time. Instead of, you know, managers coming and be like, hey, you're doing this, can you, like, do this differently? And if they ever did that, which they did a few times, we would just be like, okay. Well, actually, one time, someone got in trouble for saying no, but that's a whole different story. But, like, literally, whenever they walk up to us, we would just listen to them, like, okay, and then we would do the thing they say. Like, we're not trying to be bad people. Like, we just didn't do our work, but we listened to what Walmart said, because, you know, we are in their store. So it's a gray area of moral code here. It's a gray area, don't get me wrong. But to be fair, I started that job doing really well. Because before that job, I've never done that bad in a job before. Before that job, I was literally like a great employee. Like my other sales jobs, I don't know why I said plural. My other sales job, I was a baller. I tried my best and did really well. I was proud of that job. We still could get guppy, I guess. I won't use it also. That would make no sense. So, I started off that job like any other job, but the more I worked there, the more I was just like, this job is actually a fucking joke. Like, I came in with good intentions. I did, but the job was so bad, I literally didn't allow for it to continue, my good intentions to continue. And it wasn't just bad because, oh, it was in Walmart, oh, it was a sales job, so this or that. Being in Walmart didn't help. Okay, so yeah, the managers, they didn't help. They were a problem. They would literally, instead of talking to us directly, they would always go to our manager, and our manager would say this, and we're always like, why can't they just, like, because they'll see us doing something I guess we're not supposed to do. Oh, that was bad. Oh, that was extra bad. And where it's like, they could just walk up and say, hey, don't do this. But instead of doing that, so in that sense, we wouldn't get in trouble. I mean, if it's bad enough, if we don't listen to them, then yeah, get us in trouble. But instead of just saying, hey, don't do this, they would get us in trouble with our team lead. So if Walmart rats on us, it looks extra worse than if our team lead was like, oh yeah, Calvin was doing this and that, like he shouldn't have been doing that. They'd be like, okay, as long as you stop. But if the Walmart manager says that, we look even worse. So it's like, they needed to fucking talk to us. And I don't know if we directly have, like me or someone, but they've been told, like, hey, just talk to us. Probably by my team lead, because they liked my team lead most of the time, I believe, at least, because he used to work there at that Walmart too. So like, they never fucking talked to us. They just went behind our backs to get us in more trouble when they couldn't, and it was just a toxic environment with most of the Walmart managers, most of them, and the system that we made sales on was actually the worst system I've ever seen in any job I've had. No exaggerations to any extent. The computer we used was old enough where it didn't even have a mouse. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. What the fuck was it? It was this little ball. This little ball you could roll around, kind of like an arcade, like, controller. Sometimes, you know, they have some games where you just control a ball in an arcade. It had that. And it's because it is just that old, which is insane to me. It's older than me. The system, it didn't load like half the fucking time. I'm not even exaggerating. Sometimes it just wouldn't load. And they're like, oh, why can't I get my sale today? It's like, oh, it didn't load. And they're just like, what was this? Oh, a curse room. And they're just like, yeah? And so that was actually the biggest motivation for me to stop trying, because the system, that was mostly the joke. That was just utterly, like, baffling that we had to work with that. Like, it's that bad. And so I just stopped trying at a certain point. I was like, no. Because it was like half my... I'm not even kidding. I will say majority of my sales never went through. Not even exaggerating. We blew this up, right? Yeah. Majority of my sales just didn't go through because the system sucks. No exaggerations there. You know how fucking bad that is? Very bad. And then even if they do go through, there was such a strict, like, fucking, what's it called? Credit score you needed. It felt strict anyway. It was so bad, bro. So, like, you know, Walmart, it doesn't necessarily have, you know, I'm not really shitting on Walmart right now. I'm not trying. I mean, I could. I'm not really trying to shit on Walmart customers. But, like, you know, anyone shops at Walmart. So a lot of people see, like, these really good deals we have with bad credit score, no matter who they are. I don't even want to do Hush. I'm not motivated for Hush. Why did I joke? I mean, we can joke right here. It's the same thing, actually. So not everyone has a great credit score. In fact, I would say majority of people probably didn't have a great credit score in fucking Walmart. So they're literally seeing these great ass deals that they would never qualify for unless they get their credit score way up. But they're going for it because they're like, oh, why the fuck not? And then I'm just like, I'll tell you why not, because it's not gonna work. And if it does work, it's gonna take an hour. But if the system was good, we could probably be doing this in, I don't know, half the fucking time. And oh my god, and if there was a technical support problem, you would have to call tech support, which was not in our country. I could, honestly, I don't even want to hate on these people. But I couldn't understand them most of the time. Like, their accents were just that thick. And not even just that. And I'm not even, you shouldn't take offense to that, because it's just, like, their accents were thick. Like, it's not offensive at all. I feel like people might take offense to that, so I just want to say, like, I don't know how that's offensive. And the phones were so quiet. They were so quiet, I actually could barely fucking understand them. So every time I had to call the support, which is most sales that I went through, I had to call for support. Even if they didn't go through, you have to call in support. And it has taken me hours, literal hours, for one sale. And during that sale, and if it doesn't go through, I've missed the window for other smaller sales I could get. That because there's two kinds of sales, basically. One that you do on the computer, one that you just, you know, do at the register. So I'm missing out on so many register sales because I'm on this, like, 2-hour computer sale that might not even work. Odds are probably doesn't fucking work. And literally because of that, and the Walmart being toxic in general, I was like, this job's actually a fucking joke. And I stand by the fact it's a joke. How well did we do? 139th. I feel like we're balling out right now. Damn, damage penalty sucks. I did so bad with damage, I feel like. We could have been in 3,000s if we didn't take any damage. No, I mean 30,000s. Cause and anything else, like I don't even feel bad about the item penalty. We literally skipped a lot of items. Time, I guess we could have done a little better, but even that, it's like I don't even know, dude. How old did we do yesterday? Because we ended with like 50, 80. We have no right to be doing 80 yesterday. In 139, I feel okay with that. So that's my work story and the worst job I've had. But it was also a lot of fun because we had friends there. Dude, by the way, I'm recording this at fucking 10 a.m. We woke up right early today for this beautiful daily. It's going out a little earlier than usual. I hope you enjoyed. Hope y'all have a beautiful rest of your Tuesday. Peace out.